Well, good morning, kids. Pastor Al here. Thanks for joining us. I kind of hope some of you are, going to still show up at church today. So we have a pretty fun day, particularly if you're a little on the little side. We're going to be having a kickoff lunch after church, and we have a bounce house. So if you're like watching this at 8 a.m., grab your parents and make them bring you to church. I want to tell you a little story today with a video, but it's not about dogs. It's something close to a dog. It's a raccoon. And the story revolves around a raccoon who gets something really, really, really cool and then has it vanish on him. And I have to tell you just a little bit of background information that you probably don't know about raccoons, but you know how in your mouth, your mouth's kind of wet? We call that salivation. It helps make the food kind of go down easy. Raccoons don't have what we call salivary glands. They have a very dry mouth, so when they eat stuff, particularly if it's dry, they have to eat it with water, and they'll dip it in water. Watch what happens when this raccoon gets an amazing extra special treat, some cotton candy. Yeah, have you ever put your cotton candy in water? It just vanishes instantly. And this great thing that you thought you had just turns into nothing. And poor raccoon can't understand that. It shows us that there are things in life that are really cool and we want that can just vanish. And we have to be careful about what we trust in. The Bible tells us that the best inheritance we have, the best thing that's coming to us, is something that God is holding on to for us so that we can never lose it. It can never vanish or can never be destroyed. But sometimes we try to hold on to stuff. I tell you one more story. I was about 4 or 5 years old. It's one of my earliest memories. And I was walking down the street in front of my mom and I found a dollar bill. Now, I don't know if you think a dollar bill is worth a lot of money. That dollar bill today was probably more like $10 in buying power. I could buy 20 full-size candy bars in 1962 with a dollar bill, believe it or not. So for me, it was a lot of money. Well, my mom was happy to let me keep it, but she says, would you like me to hold on to it for you? Well, I was not going to let anybody, even my mom, hold on to this treasure that I have found, so I stuck it in my pocket, and I kept taking it out and looking at it. And sure enough, somehow by the end of the day, I lost it. I was so sad. I tried to convince my mom she should give me another dollar bill because I lost the one I found. And she said, well, I told you I'd keep it for you, so you're out of luck. And it taught me a lesson that sometimes if we have something that's really valuable, it's not a bad idea to give it to someone who you can trust, who will keep it for you. One of the things that we learn from the Bible is that God's love for us, his desire for us to be with him through all eternity, we call that a fancy word, salvation, is something that God holds for us. When we have it, we can't lose it because God keeps it for us in heaven. And when the time comes for us to return to God, we don't have to worry that, well, we've lost the great gift God has given us because God holds on to it for us. We have what they call a living hope, a hope that God loves us so much, a knowledge that God loves us so much, that when we finally show up in front of God, he's going to say, I've been waiting for you for a long time. Come on in. So don't worry that you don't have something in your pocket, particularly something like the love of God, because God is keeping it safe for us, and that is super cool. As I said, hope to see some of you today. Have a good day. We'll talk next week.